Okay, still following up. 10 to 11, 422, Tuesday, Northern Station. Here I am again. Of course, naturally, continuing to prove that it doesn't work. Hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm all right.
Wonderful, at least one of us is. I still have not been contacted by the captain or Mr. Ortega, contrary to what I was told. So I'd like for you to leave another message again so that I can continue to videotape the fact that it doesn't work. There's no accountability. I'm told lies by people who don't follow up. The propaganda is still in the window and everything else. So could you please leave another message?
Okay.
No problem. And I guess I'll continue to come in and continue to videotape not only the inhumanity, the game playing, the farce, but that it continues because there is no hope in this rigged society, this rigged system, and everything else. Why don't you have a wonderful day considering I can't because of how rigged everything is. Thank you very much. I will continue to come in and prove that this LGBT gay liaison is bullshit, and so is everything else here as far as justice, humanity, equality, legality, morality, ethics, everything else. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all the disallowances that you've allowed me. Bye. Have a nice day, and I will return. So, folks, as you can see, once again, I have left message. Do I have any hope, any expectation that they will do the correct thing? Well, I think we all know the answer to that. However, now comes the time, to go ahead and go back to the LGBT representative at the chief of police and follow up with these videos, hold him accountable for his meaningless words, prove to him that false hope is more injurious than no help at all. But when you get paid, and you don't have to be accountable, responsible, or perform, geez, it really begs the question as to whether this is a planet in which any human being should live, considering the animalistic, brutal, inhumane torture that we're all subjected to simply because they do not have to perform. Well, they do, but if you're poor, if you tell the truth, if you try to hold them accountable, I think you can see what has happened here. And if you have any doubts as to the veracity of my statements, as I've said many times, go to my own private Guantanamo.com. There you will see a signed confession through the Office of Inspector General with the City and County of San Francisco for denial of emergency services in 2001. In 2001, I was denied emergency services, illegally arrested, and when I took them to federal court in 2003, the city got up, testified, committed fraud, had my case dismissed. I did not give up. I went to the Office of Inspector General, and in 2007, they signed a settlement agreement / confession which admits fault and guilt for having broken federal law that I had taken them to court in 2003, which they used illegalities to have my case dismissed. Once again, proving that justice is for the rich. The interesting question that it all brings up is it's 2014. No one has explained to me how this could happen. The courts, the Department of Public Health, San Francisco General, the city attorney, the Office of Inspector General, no one. The apparent truth is that the city and county of San Francisco can screw with you if you're small, poor, and everything else, because apparently they couldn't screw with the Office of Inspector General when they signed the confession in 2007. The unfortunate part about all of this is that I did not receive a dime for being dead right. The Health and Human Services, OIG, were the ones who got the $5,000. That was the penalty. It's a beautiful, wonderful rigged game. I was not the party to the lawsuit and the settlement. I was the party of. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it wonderful? And it's now, like I said, 2014. The patterns still continue, the non-accountability. Oh, and by the way, if you go back and look on YouTube, you'll see where it just continues with the criminally fraudulent bogus restraining order that the Department of Public Health used to deny me my health care and everything else. Such a lovely open door policy that the Department of Public Health has. Can we all just barf now repeatedly? Anyway, thank you. And if you think that that was a game fully rigged, not to mean anything, wait till you learn the LGBT gay liaison bullshit here at the San Francisco Police Department. I believe if you look at the videos, you can sort out how it's unaccountable, how the words are meaningless, how there is no definition of help, how there is no definition of respect, compassion, and honesty, because depending on who's doing the interpretation, if it's the other side, oh, they've helped you by giving you dead-end leads, by giving you suggestions that don't work, by not performing, etc., etc. However, if you look at the definition of help by my side, which is result producing, following and enforcing the law, you will find that all of that was not honest whatsoever. You judge, you figure it out, you learn the games, you watch the inhumanity, and you realize there is no hope. For when the truth doesn't matter, what is the purpose of life? Thank you.